Let me tell you, this is a handful and a half. I can tell already.
Just look at Mom.
But they're fun. I can tell that this is going to be a good group right here. Oh my goodness, I can hear you guys already. Julie and Ryan are here, and they're three beautiful children, Hayden, Hunter, and Hannah, who are 5 years old. That's crazy. You guys are getting big, huh?
Do you want to say hi?
Hi. They're adorable, let me tell you.
Hi.
Hello there.
Let me say hi. Hi.
There they are. Okay, everybody said hello. They were an early surprise, right, Mom? Born at just 26 weeks, and they really needed some high-level care. So talk about your experience. I mean, what must that be like as a mom when you find out that your kids are going to be born premature? Probably pretty scary, right?
Yes, we knew they'd probably be early. I don't think anyone expects to have kids that early. I mean, they're all 2 pounds and under when they were born.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're slightly bigger than.
So can we go through who was and how much did they weigh?
These two are about. Hannah and Hunter about 2 pounds, and Hayden was 1 pound 11 ounces.
1 pound 11 ounces when you were born. Just a little guy over here, cute as a button too.
Hayden was the smallest one. Hunter and me was like the same.
Hannah runs this show, I can tell right here.
Hannah's going to be using that stat for years and years. Hold it over his head, yes.
Absolutely. So is Hannah the oldest then? Was she born first?
She was supposed to be born first, but she ended up being second, so.
Okay, well, there you go. Middle child. Nothing wrong with that, Hannah, right? So talk about your experience here at Johns Hopkins All-Children's Hospital.
Well, they were born, 14 weeks early, and when you see a baby that size, it's slightly bigger than your hand, and they're all on the ventilator with lights on them. They all ended up being here for about 4 months, so it was an extended stay over multiple holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, almost to Valentine's Day. So
She got sick, but Daddy was here for 114 days in a row is how long we were here. And just an incredible facility, great staff. They made it just a whole lot easier. It was unbelievable.
So going through this process, obviously, I mean, having kids is one thing, but then when you have kids that are born early and they need special care, what would you tell people listening right now? I mean, a lot of people have children right now that are probably perfectly healthy, and look how great these kids are. Perfectly healthy, trust me, because they are climbing around they're like normal 5-year-old little kids.
They've got energy.
They've got energy, that's for sure. What would you tell people who now have healthy kids and you go, hey, you might need the services of Johns Hopkins All-Children's?
Yes, I mean, we always knew this hospital was down the road from us, and then when you have kids, you're glad that it's here, and the facilities and the technology and the staff and the training they give them to be able to save lives. I mean, they were on life support.
Have a positive
after
outcome,
they were
absolutely.
Born.
Yeah.
So, and now, luckily, we've kind of transitioned out of had therapy, outpatient therapy for quite a while here. And now we've kind of just transitioned to multiple ER visits for normal kid stuff, lots of stitches, broken arm, stuff like that. So
they're pretty good at getting injured these days. They miss this place so much they come back pretty often. And Julie, in fact, we had such a good experience. She volunteers for a couple of different programs, so we still spend quite a bit of time here at All Children's, Johns Hopkins.
So how did you find out you're having triplets, Dad? What was that moment like?
That was pretty funny. In fact, we found out we were pregnant. I was working on the yard out back, and I've got my little fridge out back with refreshments. It's certainly not adult refreshments, only Gatorade and water. But she said, why don't you grab a drink after you've been working on the yard? And sure enough, she convinced me to do it, and there was a baby bottle in the fridge. So we found out we were pregnant that way, and then came in for the ultrasound. Just what? 8 weeks in, probably.
Oh, wow.
There it was.
And the ultrasound tech just kept counting.
Surprise.
She didn't want to stop counting.
Did you pass out, Dad, or did you?
Just about. I think
he handled it better than I did, so we're good.
Well, that was when you first found out, and then fast forward now. They're 5 years old, full of fire, as we see. But I think it speaks to the hospital here.
Yeah.
The fact that you're still keeping up with the nurses that cared for them when they were born.
Yes, there's so many things that could have gone wrong, and a lot of that could be luck, but I think a lot of it came down to the amazing staff.
I hope everybody's watching the stream
I
on
do
this
too.
interview compared to any of the others.
I just think, man, if you've got triplets, man, wow. I mean, how you guys handle this, and the fact that you had to go through. I mean, it's traumatic. I mean, when the kids are born that early, and now you guys are, a normal family, and the kids are, getting ready for Christmas, right? So Hunter here is on your lap, right? Hunter, can I ask you a question really fast? Can you talk to me in the microphone? What are you going to ask Santa for this year?
For a toy train.
A toy train. Very good. And I see Hannah here. Hannah, what are you asking Santa for?
For sled.
A sled. Well, that'll work out in Florida. And what about you, my friend, Hayden over here?
I want a
Monkey bars?
no.
He's thinking hard.
He's looking.
New train in it, and it goes by itself when I push a button.
Oh,
Okay, well,
nice.
what he said, I
And
think
it
that.
has batteries.
But it's stuff like this where you hear the kids having Christmas and they're rambunctious, and you think about such a positive outcome that you guys had after having some pretty traumatic moments when the kids were in the hospital for 4 months, and the care that they received here at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. I mean, it could have been a much different outcome, and it's been a great outcome for your family and those other families that are out there that maybe need the services of the hospital one day. What would you tell them about donating today for Radiothon?
I think the fact that this hospital doesn't turn down anyone for care is a great thing, and you might be able to pay one day for services, but you might be in a situation another day where you can't. So I think it's important to donate to such an amazing facility that helps anyone they can.
It was unbelievable. We almost lost all three of them at one time, and one here and one there, and without this place, that they wouldn't be here right now. And we are just so fortunate. So many people are not as lucky as we are, but this is the place that made it happen. So
And
I don't know. Sometimes maybe if you could have taken one or two, I would have been okay, because these guys are crazy. But
in our first Radiothon, they were still in the NICU. We were at the point where we weren't sure if they were going to make it yet. So now that we're here, I think this is our 6th Radiothon, and they're
The kids
now
call
crazy.
it, well, the kids call it their hospital, which I really love. John Hopkins All Children's committed to world-class care for their tiniest patients. So we're talking about 2 pounds, and 1 point, what was his birth
111,
weight again?
111.
111, crazy. So please help us support them so they can continue to keep that promise. Make those phones ring right now for patients just like Hayden, Hunter, and Hannah, 1-800-270-8642.
The fine folks at American Integrity Insurance Company on the phones right now. Love to get them ringing and put them to work. 1-800.
Matching the donations right now.
That's right, for the hour. Yeah, matching us power hour. 1-800-270-8642. You can give any amount. Appreciate the phone ringing right there. Thank you so much. You can do any one-time donation. Of course, we can make you a monthly miracle maker. $15 a month, 50 cents a day at 800-270-8642.